Hello everyone, Shiro です。今回は私のアメリカ人の親友、クライドからの質問に私が答えています。talk と speak の違いについて。なぜネイティブスピーカーの彼が私に質問したのか、私たち日本人も日本語を当たり前のように感覚的に話していますから、いざ例えばうまいと美味しいの違いを説明しろと言われてもスラスラできる人はあまりいないですよね。同じことだと思います。では参考にはなると思いますのでちょっと聞いてみてください。当たり前ですが 100% 英語です。Noか。
But anyway,
Well, why did you ask me that question? The question about the difference between
one of the guys from Jiu-Jitsu asks me excellent questions about English.
Which was? What's the difference between speak and talk?
Well, I guess the context was like he has friends in Hawaii that he contacts often. And he sent something or somebody sent something and it hadn't arrived. I can't remember which way. And they said, yeah, I'll go. Like I think both sides said, yeah, we'll go talk to the post office and see what happened, try to figure out what happened. And then my friend's friend in Hawaii came back to him and wrote, I spoke to the guy at the post office. And he was like, oh man, like he used like talk or ask. I can't remember which. And like he saw spoke or speak. And he said in his mind, speak is used when you're like giving a speech to a crowd. So that's why he asked me about that, like the difference between talk and speak.
Oh, okay. I see. Sometimes I tell my students the difference between talk and speak. Not very often, though, because it's explained in my Nativebuster series. But sometimes they do ask me questions like that, right? And my explanation is different depending on the level of their English. To a basic level student, what I say is, for example, when you talk, right, you're just saying you have a conversation. Talk means to have a conversation.
Two-way conversation.
Yeah, to have a conversation, just as simple as that. But when you say speak, all right, when you are simply saying that you use a language. Speak means to use a language orally. To a basic level student, that's what I say. So when you say speak, you're basically saying, all right, you use a language orally. But when you say talk, you're saying that you are having a conversation with somebody. Right? But that's really really basics, right? But there are some instances where the words speak and talk overlap in usage. Now, for example, okay, can I talk to you? Or can I speak to you? Or hey, speak to me, talk to me. All these sentences sound fine, right?
Yeah.
But there are some, I think there is still some slight difference, subtle difference between these two. So I think when you say speak, your focus is on what you want to convey, the kind of message you want to give. When you speak, your focus is on what you want to convey. And when you say talk, well, your focus is on the communication or the communication between two people or between some more than two people. For example, when you say, for example, I talked to my son last Sunday, or I spoke to my son last Sunday. Both are okay. But when I say I spoke to my son last Sunday, maybe I had something I wanted to say to him. Maybe he had some issues he had to deal with and he didn't know what to do. So I want to give him some kind of advice. or maybe pep talk.
Like it was a
Yeah, something like
conversation
that.
with a purpose.
Yeah. So, my focus is on what I wanted to convey.
Mhm.
Well, when I say I talked to my son last Sunday, what I mean is simply, my son and I had an oral communication.
Mhm.
That's all, that's all I want to say when I say I talked to my son last Sunday.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, totally. No, just as you were talking, I was thinking about my friend's situation. I kind of got that feeling that maybe we use speak when there is more of a purpose to that conversation that
I
you're
think
going
so.
to
I
have
agree.
with
I
another
totally
person.
agree. Yes.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Still, okay. It's like either or.
Yeah.
You can use those two words interchangeably, but
Mhm.
still there is some slight difference between these two. Which is your
Like-
focus. Your focus when you say talk,
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
focus on just kind of communication between some people. But when you say
Mhm.
speak, your focus is on what you want to convey, the kind of message you want to give to some people.
Like with my friend's situation, there was a situation about a missing package or a package that hadn't been delivered. So it's kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like if I just said, yeah, I talked to the guy at the post office. I mean, yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I spoke to the guy at the post office feels like there was more purpose.
Yeah,
I
think so. I think so. Yeah. And the case in point, we almost never say, hey, let's speak. We don't say that. We say, let's talk.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
the reason is because when you say let's, of course, let us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So clearly you are focusing on communication side of the situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's speak. Do we say that? Clyde, let's speak. We don't. Do we?
We don't never. We don't never.
It's not like never, but
it's pretty.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
All right. 99% of the case we say
speak.
let's talk, right?
Okay, like when we were arranging this, we wouldn't have written, hey, let's speak at 8 a.m.
Yeah, we don't say that.
We don't. Let's talk at 8
a.m. Our purpose is to have a kind of conversation, communication, or exchange some ideas. That's why we say talk.
Yeah.
Instead of saying let's speak.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think about I guess even in business, when I set up meetings with candidates, I'll often end the message with, I'm looking forward to speaking with you, or I'm looking forward to talking to you. I guess it's about the same. I think it's about the same.
Looking forward to talking to you sounds more, if you want to sound more polite, looking forward to having communication sounds better than looking forward to giving my idea to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I kind of hesitate to say this, but part of me almost feels like I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Yeah, never mind. I was about to say maybe speaking might have more of a formality or like more of a business feel, but I'm afraid to say that here. I don't know if you want to cut this out, but I feel like Japanese students like to hear which is formal or which is casual, and then they just stick to that one for business. So I kind of hesitate saying that, so you can cut that out if you want. But part of me does feel a bit more of a business / formality if I said I'm looking forward to speaking with you.
Yeah.
Now that I think
basic
about it.
Students, it's okay, but for my advanced level students, I'd like them to understand the slight difference between these two words. But still, they can be used interchangeably without causing any trouble or any misunderstanding. They can be used interchangeably, yes. But still, there's some difference, and the native speakers probably do that without really thinking about it.
Yeah, I really had to think about this. And of course, until we had this conversation now, some of these things didn't kind of solidify. But yeah, I think generally speaking, I think we would usually use talk.
So does that make sense to you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Oh, no, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Super welcome. Thank you. どうでしょう ?speak と talk の違い、感じることができましたでしょうか？どちらを使っても誤解や混乱をきたすことがないことがほとんどですので、そんなに気にすることはないと思いますが、ここまでのニュアンスの違いを理解して使いこなせれば、皆さんの英語表現力に深みが加わるでしょうね。参考になっていれば幸いです。Thank you very much.